Alrighty guys, welcome to my Major League Baseball free pick video here today for Monday, April 24th, 2023. Happy Monday to you. Hopefully you had a great weekend. And of course, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks right here on YouTube since 2016. And the purpose of these free videos is to potentially spark some interest in you joining a membership on my website at pt.1.com/BrockPage. I'd love to see you over there. I'd love to have you. I have a bunch of different memberships and packages on that site, and it gives you an opportunity to see which one of these picks on these videos that I'm actually betting on personally. I currently have over 530 members. We're signed up and active on that site right now, and if you want to see each and every one of my personal bets, games that I personally have my own action on, my recommendation is to sign up for my full access, all-inclusive chairman package on that site. Chairman members get access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. The math works out to be just $3.33 a day if you sign up here today. And as an added bonus, guys, you're also going to get access to my video podcast every single day as well. And that's where I break down each and every single one of my personal plays in video format. Now, we are coming fresh off a 4-2 day yesterday on Sunday in my 6 personal bets on that site. And the only way you could have accessed all of those plays is to be a chairman member on that site. And with that, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to take a look at the Rockies at the Guardians, 6:10 Eastern first pitch. Cleveland's -$2, totals 8 runs. Cal Quantrill for Cleveland, Austin Gomer for Colorado. And even though Gomer's been awful this year, this Colorado pitching staff has done a nice job on the road. They're actually in the top 10 in fewest hits allowed while traveling. They're facing a Cleveland lineup who averages fewer hits a game at home than any other franchise in the majors except for one. And no real shock here, guys. The Guardians are averaging just 2.8 runs a game at Progressive Field. Now, injury-wise, Chris Bryant is questionable for the Rockies. When it comes to the total, Colorado's 8-5 to the under in their road trips. Meanwhile, Cleveland saw 5 out of their last 9 at Progressive Field stay under the total themselves. Give me the Rockies plus 1.5, under 8 runs. Next game, Red Sox, Orioles, 6:35 Eastern first pitch. Boston's -$120, totals 8. Chris Sale for the Bo Sox, Dean Kramer for Baltimore. Now, the Red Hot O's are on a 6-game winning streak. They also have a 700 win percentage at Camden Yards. Austin Hayes has a handful of homers, and he's nearly batting 300. Meanwhile, Ryan Mountcastle, he's 8th in the bigs in home runs and RBI. Now, the O's are facing Chris Sale on the hill for Boston, and he's certainly been off to a rough start. He's got an ERA in the 8s along with a 1.67 whip. And as good as they've been offensively, the Bo Sox are actually struggling getting on base on the road. They're currently in the bottom 5 in road hits per game. Now, injury-wise, Duvall, Mondesi, and Story, they're all still out for Boston. When it comes to the number, the O's are 7-4 to the over in the Inner Harbor. Meanwhile, Boston went 70% to the over when they bat first this year. Give me Boston plus $1, over 8. Next game, Astros at the Rays, 6:40 Eastern first pitch at Tropicana Field. Tampa Bay's -155, totals 8.5. Taj Bradley for Tampa Bay, Jose Urquidy for Houston. Now, the Urk man comes into today's game with a 1.53 whip. When it comes to offensive production, the Astros are averaging just 3.3 runs a game in their last 10 meetings with Tampa Bay. So if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. Now, they're going to have to face Taj Bradley here today, who's off to a real nice start for Tampa Bay. He's struck out 17 batters in just 10-plus innings, and he currently has a .97 whip. And even if he struggles, the Rays are the highest run-producing team in the bigs. Randy Arozarena, he's hitting .341, and he ranks 4th in the league in RBI. Meanwhile, Yandy Diaz, he's hitting .307. He has an OPS very close to 1,000. Now, injury-wise, Jose Siri still in the IL for Tampa Bay. Brantley, Altuve, and McCormick still out for Houston. When it comes to the total, the Astros saw the over cash in 68% of their ball games this year. Meanwhile, Tampa saw 9 out of their last 13 at the Trop get over the total themselves. Give me the Rays -155, over 8.5. Next contest, Rangers at the Reds, and that's going to be a 6:40 Eastern start time. Cincinnati's minus $1.20, totals 8.5. Nick Lodolo for Cincy, Nathan Eovaldi for Texas. And even though Eovaldi struggled a bit, he still has a couple of wins on the year, along with 24 strikeouts through 21 plus. Now, we're also looking at a Texas lineup. Well, I'll tell you this much. They're averaging nearly 7 runs a game, having very little issue sending runners across the plate. Marcus Semien, he has a handful of homers and ranks 8th in RBI. Meanwhile, Dallas Garcia has 7 home runs and leads the majors in ribbies. They're going to have to face Nick Lodolo on the bump for Cincy, and he has an ERA just about in the 5s. And even if Lodolo pitches well, this is a Cincy lineup who struggles with strikeouts at the dish. They have problems making contact with the baseball. They're also in the bottom 10 in run production as well. Injury-wise, Votto is still on the IL for Cincy. Meanwhile, for the Rangers, Seager and Garver are still out for them. When it comes to the scoring, the Rangers are 6-3 to the over in their last 9 road games. They're also 71% to the over for the entire season. Give me the Rangers plus $1 over 8.5. And with that, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for part 1. It's going to be in that White Sox-Blue Jays game, 7:07 Eastern first pitch. Toronto's minus 160, totals 9. Chris Bassett for Toronto, Lance Lynn for Chicago. Now, Lynn's 0-2 and has an ERA in the 7s. Meanwhile, as a team, the Sox are on a 4-game skid, and they're in the bottom 10 in road scoring. They're facing a Toronto team who's been a real tough out at the plate. These guys actually strike out fewer times a game at home than any other franchise in the bigs right now. They're also nearly in the top 5 in hits per game as well. Matt Chapman has 5 home runs on the season, along with an OPS of 1.122. Meanwhile, Vlad Guerrero and Bo Bichette, they're both hitting in the 300s as well. Now, injury-wise, Espinal is questionable for Toronto. Anderson's still out for Chicago. And when it comes to the number in this one, the Sox are 7-6 to the under in their travels. Meanwhile, Toronto saw 4 out of their last 6 at home stay under the total themselves. Give me the Blue Jays minus 160, under 9. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our quick pick recap. Give me the Rockies plus 1.5, under 8. Baltimore plus $1, over 8 runs. Tampa Bay Rays minus 155, over 8.5. Texas Rangers plus $1, over 8.5 runs. And with my next and final free pick for the video, give me the Toronto Blue Jays minus 160 and the under 9 runs.